What's up, guys? What is going on, y'all? Today is Friday, and happy Friday, and TJIF, and all that other great stuff when it comes to the weekend. So me and my daughter just got back from getting the mirror that's back here in her back seat, getting her side view mirror, and this guy broke up. Y'all, it's so hot. And I actually did a live for my first time on my phone. I actually put it on private so I could process, and then I could edit it a little bit anyway. Y'all, so hot. My makeup looks terrible because it's just running. I'm not mad at it anymore. So I'm gonna sit in the car and take my makeup off. Yep, that's what I'm about to do. And I'm gonna talk to you guys. And we're gonna talk about the enemy of my enemy is not my friend. Let me say that for y'all again. The enemy of my enemy is not my friend. But I wanted to talk about that. So when people bond over the fact that they have a mutual person in common that they both are having conflict with, or have conflict with, or a person that has wronged them, then they kind of form an alliance. I don't want to say a friendship, an alliance. Because the saying, the enemy of my enemy is not my friend, is a very misleading statement. But we'll get into that further on. Taking all this makeup off, y'all. I'm shining. It's hot. It was actually too hot to put all this makeup on. So now I'm taking it off. But that statement can be very misleading. So when you form an alliance because you and another person have a person in common that both of you guys have conflict with, and you seem to join forces to bring that person down, what happens to your alliance after that person is exposed or you're vindicated? You're vindicated in whatever form or fashion that happens to be. What happens to the alliance that you have now formed? Are you guys really friends, or do you turn into enemies? Because now there's no need for the alliance, because both of you guys had a mutual dislike, discontent for this person. So now that this person has been exposed, or you guys are vindicated, what happens to the alliance? Does it fracture? Do you form a real friendship or a real bond? Or do you now become enemies? Now this is why I'm laying all this stuff out like this, because I've seen on these YouTube streets where people have formed these alliances because they have mutual dislike. I don't want to say hate, mutual dislike for a person. So then they form these alliances, but the alliances that they are forming are based on a mutual dislike and discontent for a person. So there's no substance other than we both dislike this person, we both have discontent for this person. There's really no strong bond other than the discontent that both of you have for the person. So again, once that person has been exposed, or once you guys have been vindicated, what happens to that relationship? And I keep saying that because that's what I see on these YouTube streets. People are making these bonds and these alliances because we don't like that person, so we like each other. But then what happens when somebody else sees the person through their own eyes and not the eyes of others' opinions, other statements, and other judgments? What if that person starts seeing that person in a different light for their own experience? What happens to that bond? What happens to that? What happens to that alliance? Now, I don't like you because you like them, so you can't be friends. I mean, I've seen some very juvenile behavior in here, to be honest. And I think people really don't get to know people, and this is just my experience and what I've witnessed. Not saying it's Not saying every situation and every scenario, but there are some that I've seen people make alliances because they don't like a person, or they don't have like for a person, and then when one of the people in the alliance starts liking that person or seeing that person differently, then the alliance is fractured, it falls apart, it's broken, and now I don't like you because you like them. Help me understand this, y'all. Help me understand why, as an adult, can't I change my mind, form my own opinion, have my own experience, and get to witness this person for myself? Why can I not? And it's not only on YouTube, it's real life too. I remember a long time ago, and I digress just a little bit, I just want to give y'all an example. I remember a long time ago, I was working in Charlotte, in this office. I met these two girls in the office, and we formed a bond. All three of us, we would go eat lunch together, we would go out to eat together, we just formed this bond. And I thought, hey, that's cool, because I've never had female friends that I could say, girls night out, let's go. So what happened is, two of them fell out. So when they fell out, one of them came to me and said, mind you, we're grown women at this time. Two of them came to me and said, one of them came to me and said, we don't talk no more, but I'm okay with you still talking to her. Just understand that we will not eat together anymore. We will not, all three of us will not eat together anymore. If you eat with her, I will not eat with you. If you eat with me, she can't eat with us. And I'm like, wait, what's happening right now? So with that being said, I said, y'all fell out. We didn't fall out, and you don't get to tell me the rules of my engagement. That's not how this is set up. I operate as a grown, independent woman. I think independently. I move independently. I don't need your opinion, your experience, and your judgment of somebody to affect how I move. This is what I told her. I said, this is the problem I'm having right now. You guys have a problem, so you're trying to make it a problem with me as well. I'm not in between it. I don't want no part of it. I get y'all fell out. That's not my problem. I still like her. And because of the way you approach me, now I'm having an issue with you. Because you don't tell me as a grown woman who I can and can't talk with, and who I can and can't eat lunch with. Now I understand you don't want to eat lunch with her. That's fine. So if you see us walk off, then you back off. But you don't tell me if me and you have plans and she show up, then I need to choose. That's not how I move. And going back to YouTube, and not, you know what, let's take it off of YouTube. Let's take it off of YouTube, because in all reality, these people that have discontent, dislike, and they are forming these alliances, a lot of times they never meet. And if they do meet, they bring their representative. So even though you meet this person in real life, you never really truly meet the true person that they are, or can be, or will be, because you're only meeting them for a time frame. And do you understand that if I'm meeting you for an hour, 2 hours, 3 days, 4 days, I can bring my best me. I don't have to let you see who I can be. Now, in my case, it is what it is. You're gonna meet me for who I am, where I'm at, and if you don't like it, then that's just, it is what it is. Because I don't have time to pretend to be something other than me, because one, that game takes a lot of energy. I'm not willing to do. I'm not willing to focus mentally hard so the real me won't seep through. No, it is what it is. I am who I am, and you're gonna meet me where I'm at. But not everybody is comfortable with who they are, so they have to have a representative. And it's no shade towards anybody. Personal growth is personal growth, and it's just that, a personal journey. So it's not a race, it's a marathon. Everybody doesn't grow personally the same way. I'm speaking on it on the basis of YouTube, but this stuff happens in real life, where people will make alliances because of the discontent, dislike for someone, and then when they're vindicated, a lot of times, more so than not, those two people that's made that alliance will turn on each other for one reason or another. So I don't think that you can, just me, I'm gonna clear it up, it's just me. I don't think you can form a strong bond with anybody when your initial bonding is initiated through the dislike for one person. Because that's what your bond is based on. I don't like her. I don't like him. What we gonna do? Look, he said this or she said this, and look what they doing now. That's your whole topic of conversation. They're your whole focus. So what happens when that focus is removed? What happens to the bond? I'm speaking on the topic because, like I said, I've seen a lot of alliances formed and fractured on YouTube based on we all don't like this person, or we all do like this person, or we all should dislike this person. And then I see a lot of people spinning half-truths, and I'm like, wait a minute, that's not what happened. And I normally don't say anything. I'll go on somebody's chat, and then I'll see somebody that was in the chat go over to somebody else's chat and say, oh, they said this. I'm like, that's not what they said. Why would you, what? That's not what, wait, let me go back. Because even when a live is going on, you can rewind the live from the beginning or whatever time frame that they say an incident happened and verify it. And not only on YouTube does this happen, this happens in real life. People give a fractured truth to benefit them. So what's the intent? I need you not to like this person because I don't like them. And if you see them for who they are, if you see them through your own eyes, you might like them, and I don't want you to like them. So I need to spin this fractured truth of who they are so you can see them the way I see them, and then we won't like them. Not just I won't like them, but we won't like them. I don't understand why people won't let people experience people for themselves, witness people for themselves, form their own opinion. Now, if you're doing something calculating and really wrong, yeah, but tell the truth about it. Don't spin this fractured truth. And what I mean by fractured truth, people will break up the truth in fractions and give you only portions and pieces of it to make the real story look bad. But if they knew the whole story, they'd be like, wait a minute, I might have seen you through a tainted vision. So when y'all start forming these alliances, trying to figure out, and I'm talking about in real life and on these YouTube streets, when y'all started forming these alliances because of the discontent or dislike for someone, think about this. What did you witness to make you not like that person? What did you experience to make you not like that person? What do you know that made you stop liking that person? And then that will give you the true direction that you should go. Don't let nobody lead you down a lane that you don't even know what direction is going, and you get down to the end of the alley and find out that you shouldn't have been down there anyway. And I sat in this car and I wiped off my makeup to say, always be true to you. You don't need a cover. It's okay to be you. It's okay to experience things for yourself. It's okay to see things for yourself. It's okay to tell people, back up. I need to know for myself. I appreciate you for warning me, but I need to see that person move in a form or fashion that's gonna make me have some discontent, make me like them, make me like them or not like them, and make me be aware of who they can be. Stay true to you. Don't let people mislead you, misguide you, and give you fractional truths and make you believe that that's the whole truth, nothing but the truth, and the whole truth. Because sometimes people have alternative motives. Don't you be a pawn in that game. I'll talk to you guys later. It's hot out here, y'all. Bye.